name is Jenny, and I'm a wife and mom raising 2 kids. But I used to live a more glamorous life as a TV reporter. I was on the nightly news interviewing pop stars and politicians. So when I said goodbye to TV and hello to motherhood, I suddenly discovered what we moms are up against. We live in a world that tells us to be rich and famous, thin and successful. You know, almost nobody says, "Oh, hey, you're a mom? That's fabulous." But you are fabulous, and I'm here to tell you why.
It's the Channelmom Show, celebrating you with Jenny Dean Schmidt.
Hey, welcome to the Channelmom Show, celebrating you, Mom. If you've had a week where you think, this is hard, nobody notices, no one appreciates me, my kids can't stand me, my husband's mad at me, or whatever, or maybe you're a single mom and you feel like you can't do it all alone by yourself anymore, that is why this show exists. We are here to help you, encourage you, cheerlead you, inform you, help you to be the best mom you can be, and make your kids behave. Pretty much. We can promise that, can't we, Shell? We are here to love on the moms. My name is Jenny Dean Schmidt. I am your host and a mother myself. We've got a totally fun show planned for you today where you can find out how to fulfill your dreams, your passion, your purpose on this planet. Moms have dreams too, you know, don't they, Shell? You need to get near that mic, don't you, Shell?
It's just hard to follow through on those.
Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is. That's why we're doing the show that we're doing today, because moms need a little help. I'm going to skip my commentary to bring you a coffee with Kelly to make you laugh, make you cry, and bring you a mom's sometimes hilarious perspective on the latest news and events going on in the world today. So, Dan, let's roll the music.
It's time for Crazy Talk with Kelly.
Ever since I was a kid, I loved scary things.
Kelly, the mom who puts the comedy in parenting.
No way. She plays lacrosse and takes cello lessons. Even my reputation can't handle that door kid.
Girlfriend's got stories.
My mother always told me that nice girls shouldn't make a fuss, and now I am a flippin' doormat.
If you're a mom who's overworked and just plain tired, then wake up for Coffee with Kelly.
So, sit back, relax, and most importantly, enjoy.
Yay, it's Coffee with Kelly. Kelly Steinmetz, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning, girls. Good morning. That's really nice that you have a lead-in.
I know.
Yeah, Shell, we need to get one of those for you.
I do need one.
You do. You deserve that, Shell.
I just want to say that we are going to be announcing our Mom of the Year this month. And I just want to list some of the nominees that we've already received, just so they can get a little shout out. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to say some of these names right, but Amber Charshell, is that what that sounds like? Yep. Shelly, you have a nomination. I wonder who put that in, Shell.
Hopefully it was one of my kids or my husband.
I think it was. Sherry Talley, Vanessa Reynolds, Rose Miller, Tracy Fleming. I just want to make sure we get all these moms because that you know what they do is incredibly important, and I want them to know that they are noticed and loved. Diana Bianchi, did I say Tracy Fleming? Stephanie McConnell, Katie Bixler. She had a couple nominations. Angie Duncan, Shelley Johnson, Charity Morris, Corey Keith, Cecilia, okay, I didn't pronounce that. Bachelier, Valerie Lopez, and Katie Walters, a teacher at my daughter's school. She nominated her. My daughter nominated her teacher. Huh.
But not her mom.
But not her mom. How am I to take that this morning?
Sometimes teachers are just better.
Yeah, better than the mom? What are you saying, Shell? Thanks so much.
Well, according to the child.
Okay. True. I want to congratulate all those moms for being nominees, and we're going to announce our Mom of the Year coming up here before January ends. All right. Kelly.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Talk about Mom of the Year?
No. Oh, yeah. Where's my little edition?
Yes, right. You weren't in there, Kel. Get on it. Okay, I have a couple topics in the news that I would like to talk to you about. Here's what I want to talk about today. And I'm going to drag it into the second segment, I think, because it's going to make people hot.
Yeah.
Here's what it is. I read in HuffPost online a columnist named Vicki Larson. She decided to feature Eric Anderson's book called The Monogamy Gap, Men, Love, and the Reality of Cheating. All right, first of all, there's a part of me that didn't even want to give this any attention because, frankly, I don't think it deserves attention. But here's my concern. It's already getting covered in the media. So if the media is going to cover it, we're here for moms. We try to do media that moms are going to benefit from and give them intelligent conversation that they can then take wherever they need to. And Anderson has written a book that argues that cheating serves men pretty well. and that an undiscovered affair allows them to keep their relationship and their emotional intimacy because they're being secretive about their outside affair, and then they get to be with somebody else too. In his study of 120, okay, to me that is not a scientific sample, so that's one reason I hesitated to even cover this, but in his study of 120 straight and gay undergraduate men, okay, so it's undergraduate guys. How many of them are married? Don't know. Probably
and their
about 4.
ages are 18 to 20.
Yeah. 78% of them said they had cheated.
Cheated on what?
And so,
on their spouse? No, I don't think so.
On their quote unquote spouse. And so he took that to say to the media and to society in his book, oh, by the way, most men would rather cheat and it's better for them to do so. Okay. He says that monogamy has a strong hold on our beliefs and he calls it monogamism. And we ostracize people that cheat, and that's a mistake, he says. It's not the only proper way in a relationship. He says it's time that our society find multiple forms of acceptable sexual relationships. And he says, especially since men can now have access to premarital sex so easily and pornography. So essentially, kind of a muted endorsement for those things. He does admit that the men that he surveyed said that they would really rather that their spouse not cheat. But they would like to cheat. And this is considered a scientific survey that's getting a lot of attention from the media. And it could be something that's thrown out there as a justification for men to say, you know what, it's now been scientifically proven that I should cheat and I should lie about it because it's all good. And by the way, you shouldn't cheat. So it made me a little mad. Can you see why?
Yeah.
And the media, of course, isn't reporting who the subjects were, like you reported, their ages and...
No, or just that it's such a small sample size, 120. Okay, last little thing. Anderson's agenda is a little bit complicated. He says that he is trying to soften the masculinity of men, open them to homosexuality, things like this. Nevertheless, no matter what his agenda is, the fact is it's being covered in mainstream media. And my concern is that it's justifying men cheating on their spouses, bottom line. And by the way, women aren't allowed to. So what do you think? Just tell me what you think, Kel.
Oh, okay. Well, if there are any men listening, totally ignore this study. Utterly ridiculous. I think it's a way to get into young men's heads and kind of justify actions that they would like to pursue, but nobody's told them that it's okay.
Right.
But it makes me sick to my stomach. I'm kind of shaking a little bit after you reading that.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, because that's how I felt. And I thought, am I just a prude? Am I just completely cut off from the way society is now? By the way, we're part of the minority. All 3 of us happen to be married. That is no longer the majority in America. Heterosexual married couple is no longer the majority household in America. It has changed that much. And the younger generation is deciding not to marry. So I suppose more than 50% of the people that are listening to us could say, yeah, you got it wrong. Things are changing, girlfriend. You better get with the times, But I'm not sure cheating is part of that picture. Strangely enough, most of these men said they would like to have a long-term committed relationship. So that's the ideal in their estimation. And by the way, no mention of the fact that extramarital affairs have been proven to make you much more at risk for STDs, emotional problems. I mean, all kinds of bad effects from extramarital affairs have been discovered, by the way, scientifically. And none of that is mentioned. It's just you're free to cheat and let's forget about the consequences, let alone what it's going to do to the woman.
I find it interesting that he only studied this age, because what would change if he were to go out and study 50-year-old men?
Yeah.
Or 40-year-old men.
Who decided that was... And what about self-discipline? Like, just do whatever you want to? Shoot somebody if they make you mad?
Well, the other thing too, Kelly, what about the men who have done that?
Yeah.
And what are the consequences there?
Yeah. How's it affected their children? How has it affected their family? How has it affected their household? How's it affected...
dying lonely old men?
Exactly.
I'm sure that their kids could call in right now telling stories, and now that this professor's telling young men of the next generation, this is okay. Go for it.
Yeah.
It's not setting us up for success.
Yeah, it's not.
And if you're not healthy in your relationship at home, you don't go out into the world, with a smile on your face.
Here's what I want to do. I don't want to be wimpy about this. I don't want to just drag this guy through the mud. I want to call him and see if he'll be on the show so we can beat him up. How would you like that?
Well, I mean, in my mind, I think he had ulterior motives.
Yeah. Well, we're going to come back and talk about 1 or 2 other things in the news. You are listening to the Channel Mom Show, where we are celebrating you, Mom. Really, this is about you. This is for you. We love you. We want to talk about things that interest you. Okay, who out there has a dream of changing the world, but you don't know how to pursue it? We can tell you the ways that you can live out your influence, be an influencer, and change the world, Mom. 2 guests who can get you started will be coming up next after a little bit more coffee.
15.